Bye-bye, Dougal. Bye-bye. Oh dear. Oh, you're not happy I'm going, are you?
Terminal 3?
Yes,
okay.
please. And also, don't worry about it. Make sure you don't go to any other terminal.
Right, Terminal 3.
Yes, please.
Okie doke.
Terminal 3, yeah.
Hi. Line 8, lane 8. Okie doke, cheers. Thank you. Right. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to a vlog with a slight difference. Yes, I am on a motorcycle trip to Dublin. Now I did actually put a poll out both on YouTube and on Twitter to say, well, this is not caravan related, would people be interested? And I was blown away by the response. Over 90% of the people said, yes, vlog it, we're interested. It's still a journey, it's still something you've got to be quite minimal. And speaking of minimal, this is my luggage. So I've just got that one bag and a little bum pack there. So that's my luggage for 10 days. I'm going to Dublin now, and then I'm going to Millbrook with the Caravan and Motorhome Club. So there's no Dougal, I'm afraid, either. But the good news is, I was trying out some techniques with filming on the bike, and I did a little bit of filming with Dougal in Bridlington, North Yorkshire. So I'll give you some shots of that now. And so now I have just travelled 400 miles on my motorbike from Dover up to Holyhead. It wasn't very exciting, it wasn't very interesting to vlog, it was mostly M6 roadworks. I'm now on board the Irish Ferries, the Epsilon, and this is billed as an economy class ferry. The life ring says it's registered in Bari, Italy. It's because you've got the Bari to Brindisi ferry, so I guess it's one of those ferries that usually crosses from Italy to Greece. And I guess it's chartered or wet leased or something by Irish Ferries. Anyway, that's enough for me for now. I think we're just about to cast away, so I will leave you now with some pictures and a tour of the ship, the Epsilon from Irish Ferries. So we've just left Holyhead, and I thought I'd come to the open deck because it would be nice to take in the sea and a bit of peace and quiet. Unfortunately, no one seems to know how to turn off their car alarm. So as you can see, we're having a nice, quiet, relaxing cruise. Okay, so we are arriving into Dublin, bang on time. It's been just over 3 hours since we left Holyhead. The ferry has been absolutely packed. It's got tons of car deck and then a tiny amount of passenger accommodation right at the front of the ferry. I've tried to film what I can, but also I found out they cancelled the ferry before this one, so there are double the amount of people on this ferry, and also everyone was given meal vouchers from the council ferry, so they were packing out the bars and the restaurants. It's not been the most comfortable trip I've ever done, and as soon as we get called back to the cars now, I'm going to get my little camera and I'm going to film the way down to the car deck, because we've had to, on the way up here, we had to tread over lorry chains, and I'm not sure that a lot of people would be happy going back the way we came to the motorbike. So we'll wait for the call down to the car deck and I'll take you with me.
Irish Ferries. And remember that the best ferry fares are always available at irishferries.com. We wish you a very safe and pleasant onward journey.
Door's open, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, open there.
The door is open, yeah?
there you have it. That was my trip on the Irish Ferries economy service, the Epsilon. Now then, just a few things to tell you about that service. I paid £55 for that crossing. That was £30 for me and £25 for the motorbike. The second thing that surprised me was that it was not a roll-on roll-off ferry, actually single ramp loading. So if you've got a motorhome or a caravan, I didn't see any leisure vehicles reversing, but you may have to turn around on board, which they're quite wide ferries. I would imagine you can do it in one sweep. And then the third thing is that I would not personally take my dog on that ferry, because you've either got to leave him in the car with all those alarms going off, or put him in one of those kennels in the corridor, which I wouldn't do that to my own dog. Now, why Irish Ferries can't allocate a couple of cabins for dog owners like Brittany Ferries, I don't know. It would be a very good idea, and I'm sure they'd sell more cabins, especially on day services, if they had dog-friendly cabins. So there you have it. My next trip, my ferry home, is actually going to be a very different experience. It's going to be the Dublin Swift Fast Ferry, so I hope you join me for that. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already, and it just leaves me to say, from lovely Dublin, thanks for tuning in.